All right, so I see you counsel the youth too in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Can you please share what you do with the youth?
Well, typically, man, people, I kind of act like a big brother, you know, in the unofficial realm of big brother, little brother.
Okay.
So people typically call me, man, and they ask about their sons, about nephews. Can I talk to them? I'm like, yeah, cool. You know, so I got a mentor program.
Okay.
And it's Power Glass, which is that's the logo actually.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know what that is, but that's the logo. But so yeah, I pretty much understand that kids and adolescents want somebody cool to look up to. Because I remember being young and having my mother tell me something and I didn't really want to hear what she was talking about. But then the moment that somebody who I kind of admired told me the same thing that she said, I took it at face value.
Right.
So I'm kind of that person for a lot of young guys, man. Because I fuck with the music, like I say. I know a lot of different people. I hang out in a lot of different spots. And my objective is to deter people from, the young guys from going down that path that I went down. It's a long road, man. I mean, I can laugh about it now, some of them.
Yeah.
Some of my experiences. But that shit was hell going through it. So I want to just be able, if I can give you the answers without you having to go through that struggle, then by all means call me. You know what I'm saying, or come see me, whatever. So, but yeah, man, I take them, man. We go to different places. We hang out. I let them meet. They pretty much, some of them have pretty much become an extension of my family.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it, man. I just act as a bigger brother, man, and somebody who they can look up to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would you say to somebody that's young, that's looking to start and take their first steps on a criminal path? What could you share with them from your experience to make them, think twice before doing that?
I would say take a key, right? An actual key. And go to Lake Michigan and throw it in the water. And then go try to find it. That's the system.
Got you.
They throw you away.
And you'll never be found again.
You'll never be found. A lot of us.
Damn, I like that analogy.
Yeah,
That's pretty. That's deep.
So just think twice about that before you make those choices.
Okay. How do you think our community could help the youth from going down the wrong path? Like, what could the community do better to, kind of help these young guys not make those same decisions that, we made when we was younger?
I think a lot of the people my age got to stop trying to be one of them.
Yeah, you see a whole lot of that.
You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to be their friend, man. Because I know from being a kid that kids want discipline. They may never ever articulate that.
Yeah.
But they want structure and they want discipline. And stop writing them off as if the stuff that we did at 16 and 17 wasn't written off by our parents.
Yeah.
They stupid. They just say that. Well, the example that was being set, that had been set for them was a stupid ass example.
Yeah.
So how can you expect somebody to act accordingly or conduct themselves with respect or dignity when the people who came before them showed them what they doing? So I just think, man, that we got to be more actively involved in showing kids and showing young people that we care.
Yeah.
And stop talking at them as if they don't have an opinion. Stop ignoring them as if they don't have an opinion. Stop just saying, oh yeah, he's stupid, or he's that. All these judgmental statements that describe stuff that you don't understand.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it boils down to. And it's just saying, hey man, stop doing that. Why? Give me an example. Well, I'm a living testament. I'm a walking testament. I'm a walking example of what would happen and what can happen if you don't stop.
Yeah.
So I think people should us as a people should tell our stories more to give examples and just be more actively involved in caring.
Yeah.
Man.
That's good. Because I think giving y'all, like, giving testimonies could help out a whole lot more than what people realize, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so for me, myself, I'm 29, but, like, I'll be on YouTube, and one thing, like, noticing with this younger generation, that's all they do now is YouTube. They don't even watch regular TV. It's YouTube. So it's like, if you can reach them through the platform that they use, most likely somebody that's about to make a messed up decision probably be on YouTube, see your motivational video, and it could change their life, you know, and make them not make that decision, you know. So
yeah. That's a good idea too.
Yeah, it is.
It really is,
yeah. So how has your music and books encouraged you as a person to be better? Like, you creating the music you create, because your music is different. Is you got the whole package. Like, I had one of my friends tell me you sound like Scarface. Like, you get, and they from the older generation, so it's like, to them Scarface was the god, you know, and as far as rap. So, and then I have other people that tell me, like, you make like younger music. Like, younger people will be like, oh, I like this certain song because of the beat and how you aggressive on the beat. Like, so it's like certain songs, different generations will like. So
that's purposeful though. Like,
so you do that on purpose.
Yeah, I do it on purpose.
Okay. That's pretty slick. So you making music for each generation.
Yeah, because I remember hearing this. Like, I remember hearing stuff that I just didn't understand. Like, I don't get this shit, man.
Yeah.
Young, like, even now sometimes. But I was like, I don't get it. So I search for something that I do understand. Like, oh, okay, I get this. All right. Which might help me understand something else that's in that same project.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because, and then too, like, my whole thing, like, I like to be connected and I like to be detached at the same time.
Okay.
So, meaning that I'm not, you know, I don't want to be actively involved in, you know, a lot of the bullshit that's going on. But I want to try to understand why, you know, young guys make the decisions that they make. And in a lot of, you know, in large part, man, we all want to be understood.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the foundation of a lot. I mean, a large portion of life. We all, as people, we want to be understood.
Yeah.
And when
especially men,
yeah. So that's why I go so hard with the expression, because a lot of us don't express.
Yeah.
We feel, but we never say what we feel. But they, you know, we want to be understood, man, and I get that. So I ain't so quick to say, oh yeah, young dog, he tripping. He on some bullshit. I want to know why he feel like he want to do what he doing.
Yeah. Come
talk to me, man, and I'm gonna hear you out. I'm gonna just shut the fuck up and let you talk.
Yeah.
Because I want to understand. A lot of people don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Because they so stuck on who they are, their generation, their own problems, not understanding this generation. I mean, I think it's, you know, people can say I hate this or hate that. I hate this shit about my generation.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that I was a part of it. So I'm like, but
what I think the new generations are lacking is, you know, that guidance, that firm guidance.
That's what I'm saying,
we all
man.
had growing up. It's like now the new generation is like, okay, fend for yourselves. Y'all don't want to listen. They don't want to take the older generation from the younger generation. Don't want to take the time that our older generation used to.
Yeah, see,
to install that.
Because they had the, like, we had the rules, we had the structure that we went away from.
Yeah.
They not having nothing to go away from.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck it, I'm out here, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Even doing bullshit, even in the street hustling, we had examples that was set.
Yeah.
We had rules that was given. You know what I'm saying? Biggie wrote a song, 10 Crack Commandments. That shit, like, ain't none of that shit right now.
Yeah, that shit don't exist.
Like, I mean, if that's what you gonna do, okay, and I'm not, by all means, I ain't suggesting do it, but There's rules to all of this shit. So when you jump out into a world, you know, not just the streets, but if, you know, when you go into the world and you and there's like moral anarchy, then you liable to do anything to anybody.
Yeah.
So if you just living for the money, you're gonna do anything for some money. You're gonna fuck over anybody, you're gonna disrespect anybody, you're gonna cut anybody down just for some money because that's your goal.
Yeah.
When really money is the byproduct of pursuing your goals. So, but yeah, it's like they don't have rules to go away from. And a lot of times, the shit that we, the morals and the values and the principles that we had instilled, we went away from for a point in time, but went back to.
Yeah.
Because that's the foundation of who we are. You know, I mean, you know, we might tweak them a little bit and modify them according to our experiences in life, but you know, for the most part, it's a good frame of reference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we have 3 questions from Alex Crawford, aka AK Rosario.
Okay.
One of them is when/if you find yourself staring away from your path, how do you go about getting back on track?
That's a good question. Imagine being in a lane on a highway,
Okay.
right? And you find yourself veering into another lane where it's a whole bunch of traffic and they ain't really paying no attention. And if you don't pay attention, then you definitely gonna crash. And when you go in your lane, you won't get there.
Okay.
So you realize the importance of staying in your lane. And sometimes looking at other people's lives can serve as a reminder for the benefit of staying in your lane. And because you're gonna get to where you need to be. And it's gonna be a bunch of roadblocks, it's gonna be a bunch of traffic signs, it's gonna be a bunch of detours and a bunch of construction. But you should never let that stop you from continuing on the path that you're on. It's kind of like throwing a glass against the wall in a crowded room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's gonna get people's attention. But once they realize it's just a glass that broke, they ain't gonna keep staring.
Yeah.
So it's easy to grab people's attention, but it's a little more difficult to retain it. So, you know, you keep people's attention when you stay the course. And when people who root against you, they watching like, this motherfucker ain't fell off yet.
Yeah.
Like, damn, he been going for a while. So, you know, what I do is I sit down. Sometimes literally, sometimes I physically sit down and reassess some things in my head. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay. I'm going this route and I ain't got no business going over there. Let me just recalibrate my focus and let me get back to it. Sometimes it takes you to sit on the sideline. But you got to create that sideline though.
Yeah.
Don't let somebody else create the sideline for you, because I guarantee you it ain't gonna be as comfortable as the one that you create. So, but yeah, just reassess and realign, and you'll get back on track.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I do.
So reassess and realign.
Yeah.
Okay. His second question is, do you meditate?
Yeah.
Okay.
I started meditating a long time ago, because my dad was is a black belt in Taekwondo.
Okay.
So I started meditating when I was a kid, man, when he was in the service. I got away from it for a while though, because that's what you do as you grow older and think you know more than what you were taught.
Yeah, you stop doing certain shit like, no, that don't mean nothing.
Cool, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's some bullshit. I'm going to sleep. Fuck meditating. You know what I'm saying? But so yeah, I do. Not as much as I would like to, and not as much as I used to, because I be moving around a whole lot. But I definitely realize the benefit in it. When you know, after I do it, I'll be like, damn, I need to do this more often, because it's like there's a sense of peace that comes afterwards, even during. It's like, damn.
Yeah, because I meditate a lot myself. I try to find like an hour a day, devote at least an hour, with no technology, no nothing, just me and my thoughts, and it helps out a whole lot.
For me, I find it a little more a little easier in the morning.
Okay.
Because the world ain't really up, moving around a whole lot. And I might even pretend to be asleep. Or I might be in the car, or I might listen to some Earl Nightingale. I might turn on one of his audios and just listen and just kind of take it all in.
Okay.
You know, because I'm a big believer in living from the inside out.
Okay.
You know, when you live from the inside out, you giving the world what you have to offer. And when you living from the outside in, you accepting what the world has to offer. And that can kind of place you out of harmony with who you are as a person internally. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So my last question for you is, what's next for Brad Facts? What can your fans expect?
Well, I got a feature on my homeboy Icon Verse. His album called Legacy. The listening party is tonight at Studio 4117. So, and you gotta stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
You gotta stay tuned. It's gonna be unexpected, but just stay tuned.
Okay, so just stay in tune with Brad Facts.
You won't be disappointed.
He got stuff coming out. He want to keep it a secret from us right now. But no, man, thank you for coming on Longwood Podcast, man. It's been a pleasure interviewing you. I'm glad you had the time to make this this possible. So if you want to give special shout outs to anyone, special lady, friends, you know, mentors, whatever,
right,
you can do that now.
I want to thank you, brother, 100%, man. Like,
Thank
first
you.
and foremost, like, for real, man.
You're welcome.
Definitely. I just want to thank people for believing in me, right? Because that's such a big thing.
Right.
In essence, man, when I release music, when I release the book and people like it, it's pretty much saying I like your thoughts. That's pretty much what it is. And I'm like that shit is so phenomenal to me, man. And I'm appreciative for it all. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout out everybody that's coming home from the joint, man. Come home and stay home, because believe me, this is the side of the fence that you want to be on. And for the people that's already come home, or has come home in the past month or so, take it easy, man, and just be patient, because believe me, everything that you want is gonna come to you. Stay the course and just stay focused. You can't lose, and if you do, it's because you wanted to. It's the reality of it, man. So, I always say, man, when at the end of the videos, you gotta be powerful, be purposeful, and always stand on principle. You know it's all love, and I appreciate y'all, for real.
Yeah, finally free. I made it through all the troubles, all of the struggle. We here now. It don't get no better than this, man, I'm telling you. Yeah. Hey, look, I did what they told me I couldn't. I bet you that they'll never doubt me again. Don't care if it's legal or not. Whatever it is, I'm determined to win. I swerve in the fin and do it for those who can't see the beauty in them. Cause the beauty in them is a gift to the world, but you gotta see it within. Don't run from the mirror. See, I found liberty right in the midst of a storm. Divine, though I was confined, refined from pressure. My patience was tattered and worn. I'm giving you truth. I'm giving you me, and I'm giving you proof. I got to the root, and now I'm positioned to go to the roof. Unravel the noose, they cut you a check. I told them to cut me a loose. Cause how am I free with $1 million to spend if me and my niggas are loose? Catch me in luxury coupes, that's what I produce. I promise it's never a ruse. The bonus is holding the onus of those respect who won't even give you a jewel. I speak to their heart, I speak to their mind, I speak to their soul. Like 11:11 or 444, the spiritual realm is untold. I let it unfold and bet on my soul that you never see me rescind or see me give in. I follow my dreams before I give up and just follow a trend.
I'm finally free. I'm spreading my wings. I'm
with a purpose. It's deeper than surface. See, I make them nervous. They following fast, dressed like nurses with guns and carrying purses. Their souls for purchase. My soul's for service. It won't see a furnace. I do it in earnest and earn respect that niggas that never be furnished. Love me or hate me, just make up your mind and stay on that side of your mission. Hope that you listen before you dismiss it, cause you can achieve it if you can envision it. Believe me, I'm living it. It's peaceful to live in it. It's pressure, I'm giving it. But I'm never giving in. I hear them talking, but they never bother me. I know they think it was foul. They counted me out, left me in the lurch. It hurts, but I never threw in the towel. And I felt the desperation. Self-conscious with hesitation. Was a constant on revocation. Then I let go of their expectations. Transition is difficult, it ain't impossible. I'm an opt to grow beyond measure. Bangles to obstacles, painful and logical. I deserve each and every blessing. Don't care about opinions. Only focused on me. I'm too busy with it. Definition of free.